almost a century, I have been a kind, decent Canadian. I just can't be Canadian about it any longer.
The it William Shatner's talking about is ocean salmon farming. And his language in this ad from a digital marketing firm owned by Reynolds is definitely not polite.
Off! Open net pen salmon farms!
The conservation group behind it makes no apologies for a stream of bleeped F-bombs.
I think that the tone of the campaign really kind of reflects the way the majority of Canadians have been feeling for a long time about this issue. And so we just wanted to cut to the chase and tell it how it is.
The practice of net pen farming is set to be phased out by 2029, applauded by many in the seafood industry, like this former worker who was visiting a hatchery.
Farm salmon do bring in new threats to the wild species, and it could just destroy the whole ecosphere of our natural wild fish.
But critics of the ad say salmon farming brings hundreds of jobs to remote First Nations.
I think it's incredibly disturbing, to be quite frank. It is completely tone deaf.
In a statement issued June 21st, the Coalition of First Nations for Finfish Stewardship said they were offended by what they call a classic example of rich, elite, removed urban white men overriding the wishes of vulnerable Indigenous communities. Not all First Nations agree.
Now, maybe the language that was used is not used by everybody, but I'll tell you, it's used by most everybody.
These First Nations elders watched the conservation ad at a Sunday soccer game in Nanaimo.
Your salmon farms are our wild salmon population. It's a state on our nation.
They say they had no problem with the language, nor the celebrity message. Yvette Bren, CBC News, Vancouver.